Okay, it's Brian with Old Man New Tech. I'm out here in the cold testing the speaker that wants to be outdoors. I tell you what, the W King D9 is really loud. Hey, this is a place where we take a look at budget electronics from an old man's perspective. But I can't do this without you guys, so if you could, head down below, show me some love, give me some thumbs up, hit subscribe, and we'll blow this channel up. Okay, so you guys know that I love my Bluetooth speakers. I mean, I just love the concept of being able to take a small speaker and take it outdoors or have it in my house and just have tons of sound blasting from it. The type of sound that really gets people to like look at it and like, wow, I didn't realize that you could get that sort of sound out of something so small and wireless. So I saw a couple reviews for the W King D9 online, so I did reach out to the company, but I'm going to give you all the pros and cons of this speaker, so you're going to want to stick around to the very end of this video to see the pros and the cons of the W King D9 wireless speaker. So again, I've seen a few reviewers review this brand and actually benchmark it against more popular brands like the JBL and the Sony Bluetooth speakers that are out there. And these are speakers that retail at like 350 bucks. Now this you can get on Amazon for around 80, 90 bucks. And it offers true wireless stereo, so you can actually get two of these for well under what you would pay for one large speaker from the large manufacturers that are out there. And these guys also market that this has 60 watts of cranking power with an 80 watt peak max to it. Now that is real power, something that you can take to a large party and really knock people's socks off. But hey, I'm rambling on here. Let's see what's inside this box. Alright, so we're taking a look at the W King D9 outdoor wireless speaker. It's 60 watts of power, waterproof. Comes boxed in a pretty sturdy box. Okay, so checking out some of the details on the box here, I got a 60 watt output of power, waterproof, DSP, I'll figure out what that is, and a 12,000 milliamp battery. So this thing's got some longevity to it. It's got a pretty powerful battery. And I tell you guys what, this is not an unboxing video, so we are going to magically unbox this for you. Alright, so we got everything unboxed. Man, it was packaged really tight in there. Got our speaker here, and we've got the W King accessory box that came with it, branded. I like that. Inside the box, I got a beautiful braided cable. Look at that, it's branded too with W King. And that is a Type-C charging cable, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm happy to say this is USB-C charging. But I really like the fact that they've got a nice, tough braided cable. This is going to last the lifetime of the speaker. And I've also got a braided 3.5 millimeter double-ended jack so I can plug in auxiliary devices if I don't want to have the Bluetooth running. I've got the user manual. Let me check this out. And I've got a 4-year warranty on this. That's pretty incredible. All I gotta do is scan it. Finally, we've got the speaker itself, and I tell you, it is pretty hefty. It weighs about 6 pounds. The front, we've got a textured metal grille, plastic on the exterior. Around the back side, we've got a passive subwoofer, and we've got an accessory panel here. Let's pry that open. Alright, so we've got a slot here for a TF card, so you can put some songs on there if you don't want to use the Bluetooth. We've also got a regular USB port that you can charge other devices off of. And here is our USB-C charging port. Alright, almost forgot, we got the 3.5 millimeter jack, which I rarely ever use. That is why I have Bluetooth speakers. Up top here, we have a clearly defined control panel. Alright, we've got the power button. I've got the down volume and also skip backwards, play, pause. I've also got my volume control, and then this is an equalizer button. Supposedly it has a couple different equalizer settings. We'll try those out. And it also shows me the power level. And we've got the NFC area here where you can take your Android device, place it on there, and it's going to pair pretty much automatically. Now it's kind of a strange place to put that considering we've got this fixed handle here. That's one thing I want to mention. It has a handle on it, and the handle seems a little bit thin, and I don't know if I'm crazy about a fixed handle on top of my device if my controls are right underneath that handle. It makes them kind of, hard to get to. And again, if you want to put your phone in here, you're going to have a hard time kind of lining it up in there, but it should work okay. Now syncing up should be just as easy as hitting the power button, holding it down for a second. You hear that on tone. And I got a pairing request. Let's pair it. Just like that, we're paired. Now let's go play some music. Okay, so doing some reading up with the user manual a little bit, I found out this speaker has 4 independent speakers in it. It's got 2 main drivers, and it's got some tweeters on the outside, and with a passive subwoofer built in on the rear side here, and this will really shake the house. So I'm going to plug some tunes in here, some copyright-free stuff from the Old Man New Tech playlist on Spotify. And I did tweak some audio settings on my phone so that I can take full advantage of the power that this speaker has to offer. Now I did notice something, that oddly enough, the volume control is independent from the volume control on your source device. I don't know why they went that route with this, but it doesn't have a default volume on it. You can adjust the volume on this, crank it all the way up, and then also play with the volume on your phone to tweak it for best output. And I should mention that this is a Bluetooth 5.0 speaker, so I'm getting really good range out of this. I was able to get outside at least 50 feet away from the Bluetooth speaker itself and my source. But once I figured that out, I was really able to crank this up and really tick off my wife.
No way!
Okay, so as far as the sound goes, I did notice that there is such a heavy bass noise with this sound that this speaker really does want to be taken outside and played loud. Yeah, even the animals dig it. Now as far as indoors, I found that at lower levels that bass kind of recedes into the background. It really does present itself when you get this to 50% and up for volume. So indoors, the W-King D9 is really almost overpowering, and if you're not careful, you're going to really upset other people in the house unless you got a party going on. So yeah, I can move around the room, and it is pretty directional, and I have a wall behind it, so I'm getting a lot of bass being reflected back towards me. So let's wait for that bass to drop. Yeah, all right. Old man likes to boogie a little bit. All right, so it's a speaker that you can have a lot of fun with. Now once I did get it to full volume and I played some of the more bassier songs on my playlist, I did find that I was able to handle just about as much bass that I could throw at it. I found almost no crackling, and the highs presented themselves well at the louder volumes, although I did notice that when I had it indoors and I was playing it louder, that the bass tended to drown a lot of the highs out. But overall, it sounded great. I could play this at a party. I could easily have 100 people around talking and still have a lot of music playing in the background. Now as far as the equalizer button goes on this, can you guys see that there? I could really only tell that there were like 2 equalizer settings. One was like a super bass setting, and that when played loud really presented itself above the mid-ranges. You could really overpower those mid-ranges with that thumping bass. Now there is another setting on here that has a more of a tonal quality to it that drops that bass back a little bit, and if you're going to be listening to some like classical music, some jazz, you may want to hit that button for that setting. Now once you set this speaker up, you're going to want to have some sort of like wall or something behind it because of this backfiring subwoofer back here. That bass will bounce off of whatever surface you're backing it up to and really give you some awesome sound. As far as battery life goes, the W-King D9 Bluetooth speaker supposedly will give you 24 hours of battery life at its lowest volume. Now since I'm playing it loud, I'm getting about 10 to 12 hours of life out of this. That's more than enough for any party. But here's one thing you want to caution yourself for. When it comes to charging this thing from dead, you're going to want to plug this in and charge it overnight because it does take 4 to 7 hours to charge from empty. When it ships, it's got these little contact papers on the rubber footings. You want to take these off because this thing rocks so hard that it almost vibrated right off the table here at Old Man New Tech headquarters. Now as far as waterproofing goes, this is IPX6, which means that it will take splashes, dirt, dust, but you don't want to submerge this. So my final impressions, well, I don't think I've seen a Bluetooth speaker at this price point with this much sound. It's got a great battery life, and the design lends itself to outdoors. The sound too also lends itself to outdoor parties, having fun out on the patio, taking it out on the boat, and really being able to power a party. It's built tough to take some splashes and some punishment. And like I said, the sound is really loud. It's going to blow your guests away. But now the cons. Sometimes the bass overpowers a lot of the sound for this device, but these can be adjusted within your apps. Also, going back to the design, the handle seems a little bit flimsy. I don't know, it just seems like it could be damaged if I were to drop this. And the handle also obstructs the instant pairing. And the battery in this thing is 12,000 milliamps, and it takes a long time to charge. But that being said, for the price, the quality, and the sound that you're getting, this is a great deal. I'm going to shoot some links down below if you guys are interested. But you roll all of this up, and I've got no choice but to give the W King D9 speaker a massive, loud thumbs up. Hey! Hey, this is Brian with Old Man New Tech. We can't make this channel happen without you, so please hit subscribe and smash that bell down below. And if you're looking for product links, you'll find them there too. Thank you.